Hello everyone. Today I'm going to dealing with the topic from folk chants to viral activism, Bob Dylan's protest music and the digital age. Here is my academic information. Here is a table of content. And my research question is how has Dylan's protest music influenced activism and how has the digital age refined protest music? So my hypothesis for this is Dylan's protest music set a precedent for a politically charged songwriting, influencing generations of artists to use music for social change. His shift from folk to rock expanded protest music's reach, but in the digital era, activism has moved beyond lyrics to viral videos and social media campaigns. So while Dylan's legacy remains strong, modern protest music now spread a message instantly, raising question about whether digital activism holds the same power as a traditional grassroots movement. So my introduction: protest music has always been powerful tool for a social change, helping to mobilize communities, challenge the power, and raises awareness. Bob Dylan emerged in the 1960s as a living voice. As a leading voice of the folk protest movement, shaping music as a vehicle for political activism. His songs address civil rights, war, inequality, and government oppression, influencing generations of musicians and activists. Today, Dylan's themes resonate in modern movements like Black Lives Matter, climate activism, and digital protest movement. This presentation examines Dylan's legacy and how protest music has evolved from folk gatherings to viral anthems on social media platforms. So, the folk roots of protest music. So, if we see its historical context, so the folk music revival was deeply intertwined with political movements, especially civil rights and labor rights. Influence of earlier artists. So we see Woody Guthrie, his song that "This Land Is Your Land," which is a call for equality, and it is on private. It also rebels on private property and this movement. Guthrie's music resonated with the labor rights movement and working class struggles. Then Pete Seeger, where his song where where have all the flowers gone? It is a anti-war anthem. He was a key supporter of civil rights and often performed at rallies and protests. Dylan's music was a part of broader protest tradition that includes figures like Woody Guthrie and Peter Seegers, linking folk music with activism. Bob Dylan's and the 1960s protest movement. Dylan became a leading voice in the civil rights and anti-war movements, providing anthems for activists during one of the most turbulent decades in American history. Also, civil rights movement. The early 1960s saw mass protest against racial segregation and systemic racism in the US. Dylan performed at the 1963 March on Washington, where Martin Luther King Jr. Delivered his "I Have a Dream" speech. His song "Blowing in the Wind" became a symbol of resistance against racial injustice. Anti-war movement. As the Vietnam War escalated, public dissent grew. College students, intellectual, and musicians opposed the war, leading to mass protests. Dylan's "Master of War" and "Hard Rain Gonna Fall" condemned the military-industrial complex and the devastation of war. Dylan's transition, folk to rock, and expanding protest music. So by the mid 1960s, Dylan distanced himself from direct political activism, shift from acoustic folk to electric rock at the 1965 Newport New Folk Festival. His transition from folk to electric rock was seen as a controversial moment in his career, marking a shift in how protest music could be expressed. For example, his songs like "My Back Pages" in 1964 rejects past political certainty. "It's All Right Ma, I'm Only Behind." This song is a critique of American consumerism and hypocrisy. Like a Rolling Stone, shift from folk to rock, focusing on personal alienation. Dylan's influence on future protest music. Dylan's shift to rock in the mid 1960s reshaped protest music, inspiring artists across genres like Bruce Springsteen. He adapted Dylan's lyrical storytelling approach, particularly in his song like "The Ghost of Tom Joad," which addressed themes of economic hardship and working class struggle. Kendrick Lamar, his album "To Pip." Butterfly is embodies Dylan's tradition of blending personal and political narratives using music to highlight racial and political struggles. Patti Smith, known for her punk rock anthems, she built on Dylan's poetic lyricism and rebellious spirit. Her song Gloria, yes, this one is a example for it, pushing protest music beyond folk and folk tradition. The digital age of protest music in the rise of internet and digital platforms has transformed the landscape of protest music. Key digital platforms, YouTube and Spotify, enable instant access to protest songs for global audience. Twitter and TikTok amplify message, allowing protest music to trend and reach wider communities. Protest music video have become an essential medium in digital activism. Viral activism and protest music. Protest music remains a powerful medium in contemporary movement. Modern protest song. So this is America by Childish Gambino 2008. This is America remains one of the most politically charged and influential song of the 2010. Continuing to resonate with listener as a issue of racism and gun violence persist in the US. All Right by Kendrick Lamar. All Right is not just a song, it sends a strong message about society and politics. It still inspires people to speak up about racism and justice in America. The song Hopeful Message is still important today. We the People by a tribe called Quest. It is a group of people who We the People remains a powerful song that speaks against racism and inequality. Its message is still relevant today, making it one of the most important protest songs of its time. Unlike Dylan's era, where protest music spread through physical record and live performance, today's anthems gain momentum through viral content, remix, and social media campaigns. This is one quote which not directly from Bob Dylan, but it attributes to Dylan. An artist has got to be a careful, never really to arrive at the place where he thinks he's at the somewhere. Conclusion: Bob Dylan's evolution from folk to rock refined protest music, proving that artistic expression can challenge societal norms while adapting to new sound and generations. His influence span across genres, inspiring artists to merge music with activism, ensuring that the voice of protest remains powerful and relevant. Here is my reference, and thank you. Now, if you have any question, then feel free to ask.
So, Krupali, my question is, what would be the impact of social media if he was born in 20th century?
Yes, Kumkum. As per my point of view, is Dylan is in the 20th century, so social media platforms are helping him, like Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. These are platforms which are help him to a widespread audience, and he connect with audience in for very few time. Yes, next.
Okay, my question is, do you think protest music today has the same impact as it did in the 1960s? Why or why not?
Yes, I mean, as per my point of view, no, it has no that much impact today, because on that time it was live performances by Dylan, and it has a strong impact on people. But in today's time, it is free that people are whenever they want they listen the protest music, but it has not that much last impact on audience. Okay, thank you.